Welcome to the Mind Fun Podcast. Yay! Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for taking time out to listen to me. I truly appreciate you, my friend. My name is Wonu Alishe. Sometimes I do go by Amazing Soul. Welcome. Now, on today's podcast, we're going to be talking about something that really helps ground me. So, it's gratitude, how gratitude looks like on bad days. I'll tell you this right now before we get into the podcast that I'm not currently having a great day, but I give myself some grace and I still found the strength within me um, to record this podcast. So this is me saying to you, my friend, that it's not every day is not a great day for me. I have really bad days, but there's this quote that I heard a few months ago. Um, there is there is just weather. There is no bad weather. It's all perception. So for me, having a bad day, I acknowledge that I'm having the bad day. I'm grateful I get to experience a bad day. But I still do what I gotta do. And recording this podcast is the highlight of my day. Just so you know, FYI, it's so much fun for me. So thank you once again for being here. Okay, so I want to start with something very honest. When people talk about gratitude, it's usually wrapped in pretty language. Things like morning routines, gratitude journals, sunrise photos. And I want to be clear right away. That version of gratitude is not wrong at all. No. But it is incomplete. You see, because most of my life doesn't happen on highlight reel days. It happens on regular days. It happens on heavy days, on days where your body feels tired, your mind feels loud, and your heart feels quietly disappointment. So today, I want to talk about what gratitude actually looks like on hard days because we all have them. Not the days where everything is going right, no, but the days where you're just trying to stay with yourself. And I'm sharing this because for a long time, I thought I was bad at gratitude. I wasn't. I just didn't know what real gratitude felt like in a nervous system that has spent years in survival mode. Here's something I had to learn the hard way. Gratitude is not a personality trait. No, it's actually a nervous system trait. You see, when your system feels safe, gratitude simply comes naturally. You don't have to force it. You simply notice small things without even trying. But when your system has been wired for survival, gratitude can feel inaccessible, sometimes fake, or even irritating. And that's very important to say because a lot of us were thought to use gratitude as a tool to bypass pain. Things like be grateful, at least it's not worse. Other people have it harder. Or just focus on the positives. No, my friend. That's not gratitude. That's suppression wearing a positive mask. Real gratitude doesn't erase pain. No, it coexists with it. And on hard days, gratitude looks very fucking different. I'll tell you that from experience because for most of my life, I thought gratitude meant feeling good. And if I didn't feel good, I assumed I was doing something wrong. I remember periods in my life where externally things looked fine, but internally I felt disconnected. I felt restless and very exhausted. People would say things like, "You should be grateful, Wonu." And I would think, I am grateful. But why doesn't it feel like anything? You see, what I didn't understand at that time was this: my body didn't feel safe enough to receive joy. So my gratitude, it stayed intellectual. I could list things I was grateful for, I could say the words, but I couldn't feel them in my body. And on hard days, that gap felt even wider. I will try to force gratitude on days where I was tired, overwhelmed, or emotionally raw. And instead of helping me, it made me feel like I was failing at being human. That was my first clue that something is off. Let's name what we mean by hard days. Hard days aren't always dramatic. No. Like today, in the morning when I woke up, I was having a hard day. Sometimes a hard day looks like you wake up tired, you feel heavy for no clear reason, your thoughts loop, your body feels slower than your mind, and you're doing everything right, but still feel off. Hard days are often quiet. And because they're quiet, we start to judge ourselves for them. We think nothing is wrong, so why do I feel like this? That's exactly where gratitude gets misunderstood. On hard days, gratitude is not pretending you're okay when you're not, forcing positive thoughts, invalidating your emotion, making your pain smaller, performing appreciation for others. No, that is not gratitude. Gratitude is not saying, I shouldn't feel this way. That is not gratitude. If your version of gratitude makes you abandon yourself, that is not gratitude, my friend. That's what I like to call compliance. So, one of the biggest shifts for me happened when I stopped trying to think gratitude and I started noticing it in my body. That was a huge shift for me. I remember a period where I was dealing with physical pain and emotional exhaustion at the same time. Trust me, there was nothing inspiring about those days. No breakthroughs, no clarity, no motivation. I was simply just waking up, doing the bare minimum, and trying not to spiral. And one of those mornings, instead of asking myself, what am I grateful for today? I decided to ask myself a very different question. I asked myself, what feels even slightly okay right this moment? Not good, not amazing, just okay. And the answer was very simple: my breath. That's it. I noticed that even though everything felt heavy, my breath was still moving in and out without effort. And in that moment, that became my gratitude. It wasn't joy, it wasn't excitement, but relief. And that was enough. You see, on that day, gratitude for me looked like saying, thank you for this one thing that it isn't demanding anything from me. That was the day that gratitude it stopped being performative and started to feel real. You see, on hard days, gratitude often shows up as permission. Permission to rest without earning it, permission to feel sad without fixing it, permission to move slowly without explaining yourself, permission to not be productive, permission not to be inspirational. That's a radical form of gratitude because it says, I am grateful enough for my humanity to not override it. Most people think gratitude is about appreciating life. On hard days, gratitude is about allowing life to be what it is. There have been days where my gratitude was painfully ordinary, like hot water in the shower, clean sheet, a quiet room, and also my body simply letting me to fall asleep. No big realizations, just small reminders that something in my environment was holding me when I couldn't hold myself. That kind of gratitude doesn't feel like happiness. No, it feels like being met. And that's the kind of gratitude that actually rewires your nervous system because it teaches your body, I can be here without performing. Here's why this matters so much. If you only practice gratitude on good days, your system learns that gratitude is conditional. But when you practice gratitude on hard days, your body learns safety. Your body learns that you won't abandon yourself when things feel uncomfortable. Your body learns you don't have to earn gentleness, my friend. Your body learns it doesn't have to feel good to be worthy of care. That's not just emotional work, that's biological. That's how trust gets rebuilt in the body. If you're listening to this on a hard day, I'm not going to tell you to make a list. No, I'll actually offer you something gentler. I want you to notice one thing in your life that isn't asking anything of you right now in this moment. Not something you're responsible for, not something you need to maintain, just something that exists. That, my friend, that's enough. And that is gratitude too. I would love to leave you with this. Gratitude is not about being positive. No, it's about being present. On highlight real days, gratitude feels expansive. On hard days, gratitude feels grounding. And both of them count. If today is a hard day for you, your gratitude doesn't have to look impressive. No, it can look like staying. It can also look like simply breathing. It can look like not living yourself. That is not small, my friend. That is deeply human. And sometimes that's the most honest gratitude there is. I want you to take some time And just notice what is in your current environment that isn't asking anything from you. Just notice it. I thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for listening. And I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you.